Hey guys! Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy. Welcome back to our channel. Today I introduce to you a new concept for my channel, a new thing that we're gonna do, and that's called Zach and Snack, where I take some time and share a snack with a YouTuber that I just want to get to know better, learn more about, and just share with y'all. Today's YouTuber is Frugal Fit Mom. She goes by that on YouTube, but her real name is Christine, and she's a mother of four, a wife, a YouTuber, a triathlete. She does all kinds of stuff, and I have just been really enamored with her channel. I am inspired. She cooks, she works out, she takes care of her children, and she is really funny. So I just wanted to share her with y'all today so that you all get a chance to get to know her better. And yeah, today she's gonna talk about being a YouTuber, being a mom, some of her favorite TV shows, some of her favorite YouTube channels. So stick around, learn a little bit more about Christine, and let's have a good time. All right, so hi, welcome Christine. How are you today?
I'm fantastic.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Zach and Snack. I'm so excited to have you here. To get started, the most important part of this whole thing is, what are you snacking on?
Yeah, what we're eating, always most important in my life. So today I have well, it looks huge, doesn't it? This just goes to show, like, all those mukbangers like make it look like more food than it is. This is one apple.
Push it towards the front. That's what you do.
Yeah, there it is. One apple, that's all.
Wow. But this looks kind of fancy though. Like apples and goat cheese? Who is she?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat this whole container of goat. No, just kidding.
I would love to see it.
And these are mini Triscuits. So we're gonna.
Oh, I thought that was like some Life cereal or something. That looks so small. I've never seen such baby Triscuits before.
Aren't they cute? I love it.
Where do you get baby Triscuits?
Walmart?
I've just never seen them before. I love it. There's like a dog barking. There's probably gonna be lots of noises outside of my apartment.
My kids are gonna need me at some point. They're gonna come in here and my kid's gonna break his wrist and.
Didn't that already happen?
Yeah, but I got more kids.
I have more. You do have a lot of kids. So I didn't share what I am eating, but I'm eating these sad, lonely cauliflower Cheez-Its. They are okay, but they are certainly not Cheez-Its. I don't know how you feel about Cheez-Its, but I enjoy them, but I'm also trying to be like a skinny legend, and regular Cheez-Its just aren't the tea right now. Food is out of the way. We got it covered. You're eating your apple. You got your cheese. While I certainly already gave a general overview of what you do, why don't you tell my audience a little bit about who you are, what you do on YouTube, and all of that jazz?
Okie dokie. My name's Christine. My channel is called Frugal Fit Mom. My husband actually came up with the name. I started my channel originally as a fitnessy vibe. And because I kind of did whatever on the channel, my audience was like, you need to change your name. I just feel like more people would find you if you change your name. And I'm like, I'm so bad at names. So Dave is my husband. And I'm like, what am I going to call it? I don't know. And he just spouted out some stuff and he just said, Frugal Fit Mom.
What was it before Frugal Fit Mom?
It was called Swimmer Turned Triathlete.
Oh, very relatable. Most people could understand that type of lifestyle, I'm sure. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, fitness wise, but yeah, that's so it changed. I don't remember when that was, but a couple of years ago. And I guess it encompasses me. I have 4 kids. I like to save money.
We love that.
I consider myself fit. I'm not so much the skinny legend. It's more like muscles on a marathon.
I mean, you certainly, I have watched videos even just recently, during quarantine, Like I'm sitting here vegging out with Judy. We're relaxing on the couch. We're watching some Real Housewives, and Christine is out here running trails in Idaho, like just casually. Is that something you do regularly?
Well, it's not casually. My husband records it from the back, so you don't see the tears.
You do make it seem like, I mean, I'm sure you literally used to call yourself like swimmer turned triathlete. So like, I'm sure exercise is like a daily normal part of your routine. I am not an exercise queen. So I mean, for me, that's like, oh my gosh, she just makes it look so effortless.
The magic of TV. Isn't it amazing?
We love to see it. So you do some fitness stuff on your channel, but you also, and what I like am most fascinated by is like you make something out of nothing when it comes to food. I feel like you're like, I got all this really cheap food. Who has any idea how I'm gonna make something out of this? And you're like frugal chopped. You said, what do I have in my pantry right now? So tell me more about like making food. I don't know, like where does that come from? Like how do you like come up with all of these things out of like nothing?
Yeah, I think I like food. Okay, first of all, I enjoy eating thoroughly. Hence the running. Right. The more I run, the more I can eat.
Absolutely.
They go hand in hand. And I would call myself a chocolate chip cookie enthusiast.
Love that.
Yeah, the more triathlons I do, the more marathons I do, the more cookies I can eat. And when you like food as much as I do, you just, I mean, where else are you going to get it? I guess you could do fast food, but it's so expensive and, you know, the money saving part of it. So you just learn how to do it. My mom loved to cook.
Okay.
So that was a big influence. She just, like, I'm from the South. Everyone down there knows how to put, I don't know, some biscuits on and a pot of beans with some bacon and you're set. I had my mom was awesome. Food Network in college all the time. I read cookbooks for fun. And then I married a school teacher.
Wait, your husband's a school teacher?
He was.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. So like he relied on you to make food, or does like he ever help out and stuff in the kitchen?
What I mean by that is school teachers don't make very much money.
Oh,
especially like, you know, 17 years ago.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, yes, because my bachelor's degree. Gosh, you would think I never talk. My bachelor's degree is in elementary education, so she can relate. I got you. I feel you. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When you are hungry and you only have a limited amount of money, like love finds a way.
Exactly. It was my responsibility to take care of our baby at the time, just little Haley. And he brought home the very small bacon at the time. And I was like, what am I going to do with $25 a week?
Right. Yes. So you have how many kids? 4?
Now I have 4.
So you have 4 kids, which is like a concept that is very difficult for me to understand for my own personal life, but we love that for you. we dig that, love that. Do they help out a lot when you're like cooking and doing things in the kitchen, or no?
Yeah, they're learning. I would say we could all say life is a little weird right now.
Absolutely.
Normally, my kids are heavily involved in all kinds of activities. Haley does club volleyball and travel and tennis and choir, and she's in high school and driver's ed. So a lot of times they're just not here, right? But they do love to help out in the kitchen. They can all make their own breakfast, which is great for me because then I don't have to make them anything anymore. I really only cook dinners now.
Oh, well, that's also wonderful. Like we love making your life easier if that's what it is. I assume that makes your life easier.
Yeah, for sure. The not doing breakfast, that's a whole nother level of parenting.
You could also just, I mean, like, I know kids, see, I'm thinking in my head too quickly because I'm like, you could just do what I do, which is not eat breakfast. But then I'm like, oh, growing kids, like, see, this is why I can't relate. Like, I don't understand the youth.
So here's the thing with the kids, and I have 2 teenagers. They eat all the time. Have you ever eaten in your life? Like, what are you trying to fit a whole year's worth of food in today? I don't know.
I assume that makes it even more important for the frugal part of your YouTube channel, like feeding two teenagers who are eating all the time, like having to do it at a budget.
Yeah, for sure. It helps us be able to do other things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What are some of like since you have lived this, I don't know if you call it this, but since you live this frugal life, like what are some things that has afforded you in terms of other areas of your life? Because I assume if you're saving money on like cleaning supplies and food and all of these things, like that allows you to do other things, or I would assume it does, but maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. Back in the early days, I had to do it because I didn't have any other money. It was all there was. And I wanted to buy a house. You know, I had family. I was going to have baby number 2. And so I was like, well, if I don't spend money on this, I can save for a down payment and get a house. So that's what I did. So instead of buying a lot for groceries or spending a lot for groceries, we bought a house.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be, there's an old movie called The Money Pit. Have you ever seen that?
I mean, I don't think so.
No, this couple buys, I think it's Tom Hanks, like buys a house in the suburbs and the thing falls apart. It's hilarious. That's kind of how houses are. There's so much truth to the movie. So anyone watching that's ever bought a house, they know what I'm talking about.
I mean, that is another thing that like where I'm at in my life, the concept of buying a house is like who, what, where. Although like I often think about how much money I just pay in like rent, especially in the great city of Chicago, and I'm like, I could potentially have a house by now. Like I went a couple months ago, like went home for a family event, and my family was like, Zach, like how much do you pay in rent? Which is kind of an obtrusive. Is obtrusive the word? Obtrusive, like invasive question. I don't think obtrusive was. I don't. That's some.
I was thinking. Oh, now I've lost it. I don't know. The cheese went to my head.
Yeah, so they were asking me a very intrusive question of like, how much do you pay in rent? And I was like, I told them because I'm honest with my family. And they're like, oh my God, that's like more than my mortgage. But then it's like, do I want to live in the middle of nowhere in the Midwest? Probably not. So here we are.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe you wouldn't want to live in my town. I would say cost of living is lower where I am than Chicago for sure. I would imagine.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
What you pay in rent could definitely buy a house here and you want to live here. So.
Right. I think that there's definitely trade-offs and things like that. Like if I wanted to, I'm sure I could have that. But then it's like, I don't know, I have a wide support network here in Chicago. It's where I met my partner. I have my dog. So there are many things about Chicago that I wouldn't want to give up. So how long have you been on YouTube?
I think I created the account in 2015, but I didn't do anything. Like I just logged in with Google and left it for a year or something. And then maybe middle of 2016, I put out a couple of videos and then left it again for like 6 months. And then when I logged back in, I was like, I have 500 subscribers. What is this?
How many subscribers do you have now?
Today, I have 130,000.
That is wild. I feel like just like a month or two ago, you had just hit 100,000.
Mm-hmm. It was.
I remember I watched you did like a special live stream, and I watched it, and that was only a few months ago at max, right?
Yeah, it was February. And then I decided I was going to do a live stream celebration for every 25K. Oh,
okay. Yes. And then you did another one just recently for that too. Yeah. Well, that is amazing. Did that happen quickly, slowly? Like how did that all happen?
Yeah, I'd done videos for a long time and I don't know. I just did it for fun. And the subscriber count was like, I don't know, whatever. Because I just like to make videos and talk to people. And then I did like 2 videos in the fall of 2019 that hit like 100,000 views, which for me was a big deal.
Right.
Really, really big deal. Because if a video hit 10K, that was a big deal to me. So I was watching them shoot up and I went up like 10,000 subscribers in a month. And I was like, what is happening right now?
That is wild.
I've been on here for years. No one's ever cared about me before.
Do you think it was like a specific, like, what were the videos that you were making that all of a sudden people are like, this is it. This is the queen. We're going to follow her. We need to see what she's going to put out. We're clicking that subscribe button.
Yeah, there were two. One was, is HelloFresh worth the money?
Ooh, I have a lot of thoughts about that, sis. But okay, yeah. What was the other one?
And then the other one is I did a collaboration with someone else. And this was back when I was fairly small, like 13,000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to find people that had like 40, just to get my name out a little bit. And it was my idea, but we had agreed to do a like 5 frugal meals
mm-hmm.
kind of a thing. And I did it with a couple of other people. So there were maybe 3 or 4 of us. And that one, I think today has like 250 or 300,000 views now. But it was those two. I put those two out like within a week.
That's crazy.
They both went big. And then the big one, my viral video.
Which
is, I think it's called 126 meals for $30.
Oh yeah. I have watched, that was like, I feel like that might've been one of the first ones that I watched. It was either that or something like where you collab with Jen Chapin. Cause
mm-hmm.
I'd been watching her videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that y'all are pals.
Yep.
But yeah, here's the thing about HelloFresh. I'm just curious because I can definitely see arguments for subscription meal boxes. I did a video on Freshly, which is different than HelloFresh because HelloFresh, you gotta like.
You have to still make it.
Yeah. But Freshly, it's like they give you these microwave meals, and that's different. Here's what I watch a lot of moms for some reason. I don't know why. And a lot of them do these boxes. And what I don't understand is like, I could get it. To me, it makes sense for like you or Jen Chapin because you're like, y'all are busy. Y'all are busy and doing stuff like all the time. And I feel bad because like, I'm obviously not a mom. I'm not a dad. I'm not any kind of parental guardian. But like, I feel like if you, outside of like being a very busy human, have time to like go do these things on your own and buy your own ingredients and things like that. Like, I wonder, is it really worth it? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it totally depends on your situation. So if someone is so busy, like I used to babysit in my home before, mm-hmm. like I kind of at the beginning of my YouTube, if you want to go back that far, don't though, because it's like cringy and like I talked about a little bit and I think the kids were in them a little, but I used to babysit to help bring in income mm-hmm. like 4 years ago. And that kid's mom worked all the time. Like she didn't have time to shop. Mm-hmm. Her and her husband both worked. I was the babysitter, like, or the daycare or whatever. And she loved the boxes. Mm-hmm. Because she didn't have to meal plan, she didn't have to go to the store, she didn't have to think about it, she had the money to do it. And so in some situations like that, totally see it. Right. I get it. For me, they don't even make the boxes big enough for 6 people. You have to buy 2 boxes to get 6 people. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me, especially when I have the time to do it. There's a lot of waste, like package waste. Mm-hmm. And I know what you're talking about the other people who do it. I've seen them do it. A lot of them get sponsors. Like HelloFresh has sponsored them.
Yeah.
And then what happens, and this happened to me, is I was not sponsored in any of my meal box reviews I've ever done, like ever. I don't even think they know I did the video. Right? But for funsies, just in case someone wanted to try it, they give you a code, like a referral code.
Right.
And like, if you want $40 off, the link's down there. You don't have to get it. I think I even said it's cheaper to do it yourself. But when people go through my link, I get $20 of credit at HelloFresh. Mm-hmm. And so I ended up with all of this credit. And I'm like, what am I going to do with it now?
And if
So,
you're out here trying to be frugal and fit, then it's like, I may as well get this free or this cheaper food.
yeah, it's just sitting there. For HelloFresh, it is free. Like they'll redeem all of the credits at one time for the box. And
Oh, yeah.
what my husband and I decided to do, I was really excited about this. I actually haven't told anybody this, is
Ooh, I got the exclusive.
we live in college town, and there's a lot of like really young married students who are struggling and starting out. I've been there. Like I got married at the tail end of college, young, struggling. I know. And so I reach out to our local church and I'm like, hey, who in the area like is having a hard time? They don't have a job yet, blah, blah, blah. And so they've been giving me names. And so I've ordered a box for 2 and we take it over to their house.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
actually how we're using a lot of our credits, which is like so much fun. It is so much fun to give it to them because they don't even know where we're going. We just knock on the door and say, hey, thought you might want the food.
Oh my gosh, that's really thoughtful. I think that's like definitely a thing that I have appreciated about you in your channel. Like you did one whole video where like, yes, you were like kind of maybe trying to do like something for views where like, oh, watch me make something out of this like box of things that they give out at the food pantry. But a part of that video, you also were like, here's me showing my family going and volunteering here, putting these boxes together. I'm not actually taking these boxes. I'm going to go buy these things on my own. And then I'm going to show you, like, if you're in a situation like this, what you can make out of that. So like, that's, I think, I mean, your charitable giving is something I appreciate, but then also like, you're just so creative in a way that I would not have thought to do something like that on my channel. I mean, I don't cook, so that's part of it. But like in general, that was a really creative way to be like helpful, informative, and also make a really cool video that people are going to watch.
You know, that was totally my husband's idea too.
Well, that's great. I appreciate also like your husband and your kids are in your videos a lot. Is that something that they like signed up to do?
Well, Dave less. He is not. He's like, I don't want to be in it today, or like I'm not funny, or I don't know what he says. But sometimes he doesn't want to be in it. But the kids, they would be in it more if I let them. They like to ham it up.
I can see that. I can see that.
And sometimes I'm like, okay, kids, YouTube has these kid rules. Let's just like
right.
Put it back a notch.
Yeah. Are there like things that you absolutely like won't let them be a part of, or like what is the threshold there?
You ask an intriguing question. I don't know. I try not to make them the focus of the video. How's that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If I can have them not be in it, then I'll choose that. Or if I'm doing like a daily vlog or something, I'll show snippets of them, but the whole thing's not about them. And maybe that's partly my own preferences, because when I watch other people, I don't watch them for their kids, even though a lot of them have kids. Like I watch them for them because like I relate to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I think there's also a question that I've seen from folks on the internet of like, to what extent do these kids like even know what they're signing up for? Because like I said, I watch some other like mom YouTubers, and sometimes I'm like, do these kids like realize that this is gonna, like, do they have the conceptual framework to realize that this is gonna be something that's out there forever? Because like you and I are adults who have obviously made these decisions on our own. So I'm always a little bit curious about it. I mean, I don't think that I've ever seen any parent do anything like crazy with their kids on YouTube, but it's certainly something that has crossed my mind.
Yeah, I would say majority of kids, no, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't understand. My daughter Haley's 15, getting super close to 16, and she's starting to be aware, but only because we've coached her heavily on like the dangers of social media,
right.
Child predators. You know, once it's out there, it's out there. Like,
absolutely.
We're like, you're not taking pictures, you're not sending them to people. You're like, you need to know what's going on here. But my boys, who are 8, 11, and 13, clueless.
So what are some things about YouTube that you love, and what are some things about YouTube that you're like, absolutely not? I wish this like could go away. I would love this so much more if like this was not a part of my YouTube experience.
Okay. Things I love. So I started and did it forever, even though I made no money at all for a very, very long time, because I liked it. Like, I like making videos. I like talking to people. I tried to do the blog thing back when that was popular. That may have been before your time a little bit.
I mean, I know about the blogs.
Yeah, I was horrible at it. Like, I don't want to write stuff. I want to talk to people. What happened is I had people resonate with some of the things I was saying. And so I get some of the best like emails and letters and like DMs on Instagram that are incredibly touching. And so for me to know that I've helped someone with anything, whether it's gain back their health or save money for their family or pay off debt or feel like they're not alone in whatever it is that they're going through, is the most rewarding thing I have experienced personally.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Like, surprisingly, even on my channel where I'm just like, I feel like you are doing things that could be life-changing for some people. I'm sitting here laughing, looking a fool.
Hey, everybody likes the dancing. You bring a smile to people, and I think that's worth something.
Well, thank you. I do resonate with that. Do you find it hard to keep up with all of those messages? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm just like not in a place to take on that energy. Like, I think that's like a thing about emotional intelligence, right? And also knowing my capacity. And sometimes people do send me messages and I'm just like, this is really touching, but like, I also don't know how to respond to this right now. Like, this is a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll go through periods where I'm like, okay, today we're doing emails. Like, maybe I'll let the emails build up for a month. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like, I'll show it to my husband. I'm like, look at these pictures. Look at this story. This is amazing. Right. But I can't like process what I'm going to say back in the moment. So I just go to it later, and no one's ever been mad at me.
Yeah.
Waiting a couple weeks.
I feel that too. Folks have not ever been mad at me about anything like that either. I think it's just like, I think it's something that's like a nice surprise that was not something that I ever thought personally was going to come from my presence on YouTube. Is there anything that you like just absolutely hate about YouTube?
Yeah.
I mean, I love to be negative, so let's just dive in.
There is stuff I hate. I would say the hardest thing personally for me is the negativity. Like, as you know, like as your subscriber count goes, the more people find you, the more people hate you. And why? Most of the comments I would say don't get to me, because I'm like, what is it's just like a random person on the street coming up to me and being like, you have stupid eyebrows. And then walking off. Like,
right.
You're kind of like, who are you?
Right.
I don't know what you're saying. But the ones that get to me a little bit are the ones who, let's say, misunderstand me or don't know the full narrative and assume something or attack me that has to do with my integrity that is incorrect. Because if I'm wrong, or if I said something like offensively, I want to know, because I never say anything to hurt someone's feelings, ever. Not on purpose. Am I human and mess up and say stupid things? Absolutely.
I think what I've learned about YouTube is like, you definitely have to be at a place of like being confident in who you are and what you're putting out there. I think that's like the number one thing for me that is helpful whenever somebody does have something to say in my comments. I'm like, okay, I can take that in, I can process it, and then I can also reflect on how that applies to my life and realize that's not something I'm going to take critically. I think the moments where I get most frustrated, if any, is when like I feel misunderstood and like I can't explain to them. Like, I have this incessant need to be right. It's like a thing that I'm positive I got from my father. And
it's like you're speaking my language.
Yeah. And so then it's like when somebody just truly doesn't understand and I can't help them understand, it just drives me nuts because I want to be understood. So I guess we're here.
Yeah, we're there. We're vibing.
Vibing, yes, absolutely. I think that's what the kids say is vibing.
I don't know.
Do your kids talk about vibing?
Not lately, but they haven't seen their friends in a long time either. So
the vibing isn't happening because
maybe not around here.
What are some things? So I already mentioned I can't relate to this concept of having children outside of my dog. So what are some things that like you love about being a mom? I feel like this is like the exact same question about YouTube, but apply it to your kids. So like what are like the rewarding things about being a parent, but then what are things that like are challenging for you?
Okay. Let's start with the hard part so we can like end on a positive. Okay.
Love that.
Okay. So I would say the hardest part about being a parent is that it's 100% thankless. It is all consuming. I have never understood sleep deprivation until I had kids. And I was like, I've never been so exhausted in my life. Ever. And I've like done the college all-nighters. I've done the things and the parties and whatever. No. No. It's not until you have like 3 months of not sleeping through the night because you have a baby and your toddler also is like, Mommy, play with me. I want a nap. It's emotionally draining. It's difficult as a woman. It's difficult to watch your body change and accept that because you're like, what is this? But even topping all of those things, I would say the number one hardest thing about being a parent is the mommy wars.
Is the what?
Mommy wars.
What? Who are they? What are those?
For any mom, it's the moms attacking other moms for their decisions as a parent. And name a topic and it's an issue. Any topic. It could be whether you're bottle feeding or not. It could be whether your kids wear shoes or not. Are you co-parenting? Are you co-sleeping? Are they on a schedule? Are child-led? It's organic or not? Or homeschool or public school? You pick a topic. It's a heated issue and people are going to attack each other. And I despise that.
That does feel like a lot. Sorry, Judy is joining because she jumped off her chair and then she was just like wandering around the studio.
Very pretty, by the way.
Yeah, she just got her hair cut today. She literally, so many people commented this in videos. They're like, oh my gosh, like you need to do something about Judy. She's getting so scruffy and raggedy. And I'm like, y'all. Yes, literally the day that Illinois started the shelter in place was the day that was supposed to be her last grooming appointment. So she had already gone, I think, like 7 weeks without a grooming appointment. And that was March 13th, 14th or something. So she went an additional 2 months essentially with nothing. So she's taken care of now. I was concerned as well, like her fur mats up at her paws if it gets too long and when it's rainy outside and like there's only so much you can do. Like I try to dry her off as much as possible. We give her baths and brushes, but she's gonna join us. These mommy wars though, I do feel kind of bad now that you say that because I feel like there was a little bit of judgment in my voice earlier when we were talking about HelloFresh.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
So certainly, y'all, if you want to do the HelloFresh as a mom and it makes your life easier, please like do what you want with your coins.
There are some situations where it totally makes sense.
Absolutely. And I certainly will never be in a place to judge other mothers or parents because
that's fair.
Outside of Judy, it's not going to happen. So what do you love about being a mom? Like what are the rewards and what makes all of that stuff that you just mentioned worth it?
Okay. I have maybe 3 things.
Okay.
The first one is I never thought I would laugh so much. Kids are hilarious. They're funny all the time, from little baby blob babies to toddlers when they start talking. And now that mine are like teenagers and they're becoming who they're going to be as adults, they are funny. They are so funny. I posted this video on my Instagram stories today of Andrew trying to do his homework with his big arm and stuff.
I saw that.
He was just joking, but he's like banging on the calculator like this. He's like 1 + 5. Like it was so funny. He did the whole thing himself just because he's a funny kid. Like they're just hilarious. And so I enjoy that quite a bit. it's surprising how much you can love other people. Like, I love my husband and my parents and my siblings and my friends. Dude, it's like your heart lives outside of your body when you have kids. And I would say the last thing that's the best ever is kids are unconditionally forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so inspiring to watch them. Like, I mess up and I'm like, man, I'm sorry I did this bad or I said this bad. And they're like, I love you, Mom. And they just give you a hug and they forgive like this. What a lesson to the rest of us. I love it.
Yeah. I love that too. That's I don't know. It's like somebody who has like weird relationships with my own mom. Like, I just feel like that's a good perspective for me too. Like, I know that, like, regardless of whatever's going on with my mom, that she probably does love me in a way that, like, she loves nobody else, and well, outside of maybe my brother, nobody else in her life. And so I don't know. I just really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So I think that's primarily most of the questions I have, but I really, enjoyed talking to you, and I do love your channel. So I appreciate you taking some time to chat with me today. Is there anything else, that you want to talk about, or anything else you want to bring up?
This is a question you asked me earlier. What I like to watch on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Oh, did I ask that?
I don't think so.
I had planned on asking it. So what do you like to watch on YouTube?
Okay. I don't know all the things you like to watch, but I have a wide variety.
Same, yes.
Of things that I like to watch. So clearly I like reaction channels, some of them. The ones that are funny and entertaining, not necessarily mean-spirited. You know, I quite enjoy yours. I think I found you a year ago.
Oh, you've been with us a long time.
This is weird how I found you, actually, because someone else had posted a video about Amberlynn.
Okay.
I didn't know who she was at the time. And her title was like, eating like 600-pound Amberlynn Reed for a day.
Oh, okay.
That was the title. And I was like, interesting. Like, she had a picture of herself and it was fairly average sized girl, and a picture of this other girl who I didn't know. And I watched her video and I was like, who is this girl? Like, this Amberlynn girl.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, YouTube algorithm pushed a bunch of like Amberlynn reaction stuff at me.
As one does.
Yep. I found you and Justine and Michael and this other kid who I think isn't doing it anymore. I think you had maybe 20,000 subscribers at the time or something like that.
Yeah.
You were just so dang funny. Like, you laughed in this video and it made me start laughing. I don't even remember what video it was, but you were giggling for something. And
I do that a lot. That is something.
And it made me laugh. And anyway, I just started watching from there.
It's funny because people think that this isn't, like, not everybody, but there are some people that comment, they're like, your laugh is so annoying. That's not how you really laugh. And I'm like, listen, she's lived with it for 31 years and has always been this obnoxious. I wish that it sounded different, but this is what I have to give.
What are you going to do? Like, people tell me that my voice is annoying and that I talk too much. And
it is what it is. These are the kind of comments that for me are really easy to be like, like, if I could do something about it, but I can't. So, like, what do you want? What response would you like from me?
Right. Yeah. So I watch several that are in my genre.
Okay.
So some cooking stuff, some mom type of stuff.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of fitness-based channels that I really like. One that I've talked about before on my channel is Max Tuning. He is so funny. Like, okay. I like him because he's hilarious. And then there's some CrossFit stuff. Like, I follow all of the professional CrossFitters. Do you do CrossFit? I've done the workouts, but I don't go to a CrossFit gym.
Okay. I was going to say, do they have CrossFit in Idaho? I don't.
They do.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah, they do. I'm actually friends with the guy who owns the box.
Oh, love it. Great.
Yeah. So I'm into some of the fitness stuff, and I love fitness documentaries.
Oh, okay.
Love them. So if people are interested at all There's this crazy marathon called the Barkley Marathon.
Okay.
It's not a marathon. It's like 130 miles.
Why is it called a marathon then?
It's the joke.
Oh.
So there's all these crazy rules. And there was this, I think 1 or 2 year documentary called Where Dreams Go to Die. It is excellent.
That sounds like a lot. I hope folks will go investigate that and check that
I
out.
hope they will because it's really good.
That's on YouTube?
It is on YouTube, yeah.
Okay, good, great. Other things, anything else? Anything that people would find really weird that you watch?
Yes, well, maybe. Because the ones who know me, that may be watching this, know that I like talking about my favorite TV show of all time.
Friends.
The best TV show of all time, Friends.
You do talk about it a lot, yes.
And so anytime, like that Miss Mojo stuff pops up, that's like 10 facts you didn't know about Friends. And then I'm like, click.
Okay, yes, I can see that for you. Because you just pull Friends clips. Yeah, they just pop up. And I'm like, do you have those like in mind, like ready to go?
I just use them in daily life.
Okay, fair enough.
I've seen it so many times. Well, I just do it with like random movie quotes too. I'll just I don't know. If it fits the moment, I'll say it. I think I said this in my live stream. Like I had one quote come into my head and I couldn't even remember what movie it came from. I just said it. And then
I'm not mad.
What movie is that? I got to figure it out.
I love that for you. Well, I think that is the end of our time, but I would love for you to formally promote your YouTube channel, social media, let people know where to find you.
Great. So my YouTube channel is Frugal Fit Mom. I do a combination of cooking, saving money for your family, groceries, some fitness stuff, and vlogs, whatever I feel like talking about that day, mostly because it's my channel and I do what I want. But I have over 700 videos to check out. I would recommend not going to the beginning, but some people like that, so whatever. I'm also on Instagram at Frugal Fit Mom 6. And I do have some things behind the scenes that I can't talk about yet.
Oh.
But I did record my first podcast episode today.
Oh, we love to see it. You let me know if you need any guests. I don't think I probably have a lot to offer to them.
Will.
So you just let me know. She'll stay ready. Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah, you too. I just want to thank Christine once again for joining me today and having this fun chat. I also want to thank you all for giving something new on my channel a chance. If you enjoyed this, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. Also, let me know if there's some kind of YouTuber out there that you think would be great for me to talk to in an episode like this. I had a lot of fun talking to Christine, and I would love to talk to more YouTubers about YouTube and their life and all things in between. If this is your first video with me, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I go live or post a new video on my channel. Please also leave some comments, hit the like button, and follow me on all of my social media. I had such a good time with you all today, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!